The ultimatum. The Grand Chamber of the Galactic Council buzzed with activity as representatives from over 500 species gathered for the emergency session. The massive dome-shaped room glittered with holographic displays, showing a small blue planet, seemingly insignificant against the backdrop of countless stars. High Counselor Vexnar, a towering figure with iridescent scales and 6 limbs, called the session to order. His deep voice resonated through the chamber, silencing the murmurs. Esteemed representatives of the Galactic Council, we gather today to address a matter concerning Solar System 3942, specifically the third planet that local inhabitants call Earth. The High Counselor's secondary eyes blinked in sequence, indicating mild annoyance. The Exoraxian Empire has formally submitted their claim to this system under the Resource Acquisition Protocol. A collective gasp rippled through the assembly. The Exoraxians were known throughout the galaxy as ruthless expansionists who stripped planets bare for resources, leaving nothing behind but barren husks. Ambassador Kraz Tool of the Exoraxian Empire rose from his seat, his metallic exoskeleton gleaming under the chamber lights. My empire requires the abundant resources of this system. The dominant species, these humans, are pre-FTL primitives who have barely managed to reach their own moon. They fall well within the parameters for claim under Section 7 of the Galactic Charter. Several council members nodded in agreement. Pre-FTL species had no standing in galactic law. Their planets were considered fair game for more advanced civilizations with greater needs. Ambassador Lyra of the Alteran Collective, a species known for their empathic abilities and diplomatic temperament, stood in opposition. We object to this claim. Our observation posts have noted that humans possess remarkable adaptability and technological growth rates. They may achieve FTL capability within decades, not centuries as previously estimated. Krastul's mechanical laughter echoed through the chamber. The Exoraxian Empire cannot wait decades for resources we need now. We have already dispatched a fleet to establish our claim. As a courtesy to this council, we will offer the humans an opportunity to surrender and relocate a small percentage of their population to a habitable moon in another system. The chamber erupted in heated debate, but the outcome was predetermined. No species wished to challenge the Exoraxian Empire's military might over a planet of primitives. By a margin of 3-1, the Council approved the claim with a standard recommendation for minimal suffering during the transition. As the Council session concluded, the Exoraxian fleet entered Earth's solar system. Massive warships, each the size of a small moon, emerged from hyperspace beyond Neptune's orbit. Their engines flared as they accelerated toward the blue planet. Admiral Krax, commander of the Exoraxian fleet, surveyed the tactical display with satisfaction. Broadcast the surrender demand on all electromagnetic frequencies these primitives use. Give them 48 of their hours to respond before we begin atmospheric cleansing. On Earth, the message appeared simultaneously on every electronic device capable of receiving signals. Television broadcasts, radio stations, internet feeds, even digital billboards, all displayed the same message in every human language. People of Earth, your planet has been claimed by the Exoraxian Empire under the authority of the Galactic Council. You have 48 hours to surrender. 10% of your population will be permitted to relocate with minimal possessions. All others must vacate or be eliminated. This is not negotiable. In Washington, D.C., Geneva, Beijing, Moscow, and other capitals, emergency meetings convened as world leaders grappled with the unthinkable. Panic spread across the globe as civilians received the message, triggering riots, religious gatherings, and mass exodus from major cities. Yet within the chaos, a different response was forming. Deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, General Elena Vasquez strode through reinforced blast doors into the heart of Earth's most classified military installation, Project Sentinel. Status report, she commanded, entering the command center where dozens of military personnel and scientists monitored screens displaying the alien fleet. Dr. Marcus Chen, chief scientist of the project, looked up from his console. They're exactly where we expected them to be, General. 7 capital ships, approximately 20 support vessels. Energy signatures match what we recovered from the crashed scout ship in Siberia 30 years ago. They're Xaraxian, just as our deep space interceptors indicated. General Vasquez nodded grimly. And our countermeasures. The Phase 1 defensive grid is fully operational. Orbital platforms are in position but dormant to avoid detection. The Artemis fleet is ready in the lunar shadow bases. Aurora Squadron is prepped for atmospheric engagement. For 70 years, since the first alien vessel crashed in Roswell, Earth's governments had maintained a facade of primitive technology and internal conflict, while secretly cooperating to prepare for this inevitable day. Technology recovered from a dozen crashed alien ships had been reverse-engineered, adapted, and enhanced with humanity's unique approach to warfare. "Connect me to the Security Council," Vasquez ordered. On the main screen, the faces of 8 individuals appeared, representatives from the Shadow Coalition, the true global government that had operated in secret since 1954, preparing humanity for first contact. "The Xaraxians have made their move exactly as intelligence predicted," Vasquez reported. "Recommend immediate implementation of Operation Thunderhead." The Secretary General nodded solemnly. "The vote is unanimous. You are authorized to execute Operation Thunderhead. May God have mercy on us all, because we will show none to them." The next day, as the Xaraxian fleet entered Earth orbit, Admiral Krax received no response to their ultimatum. Primitives likely still arguing among themselves. He mused to his executive officer. "Begin targeting sequences for their major population centers. We'll start with a demonstration strike." "Admiral," his sensor officer interrupted, "I'm detecting unusual energy readings from the planet's surface." Before Krax could respond, hundreds of satellites in Earth orbit, previously dismissed as primitive communication and weather monitoring devices, suddenly powered up, revealing advanced weapon systems hidden beneath convincing disguises. Simultaneously, from the dark side of the moon, 30 sleek warships emerge, bearing no resemblance to the clumsy rockets humans had publicly displayed. These vessels were angular, black as space itself, with pulsing blue energy conduits running along their hulls. "Impossible," Krax exclaimed as alarms blared across his command deck. "Scan again. They can't have this technology." The Xaraxian flagship shuddered as the first salvo from Earth's orbital defenses struck its shield. Energy weapons more advanced than anything in the Xaraxian arsenal carved through the alien vessel's supposedly impenetrable barriers. From his command chair on the EDS Nemesis, Admiral James Chen watched the battle unfold with cold satisfaction. "All ships, execute attack pattern Omega. Weapons free. Show these bullies what happens when you threaten humanity." The Earth Defense Fleet moved with precision that stunned the Xaraxian commanders. Human ships demonstrated maneuvers that should have torn them apart, employing gravitational manipulation technology that the Xaraxians had believed was theoretical at best. "Sir, they're using phase-shifted particle beams," a Xaraxian officer reported in panic as another capital ship exploded. "And some kind of localized gravity weapon. It's tearing Dreadnought 4 apart from the inside." Admiral Krax frantically opened a channel to his homeworld. "Emergency transmission to Imperial Command. The humans have deceived us all. They possess technology far beyond our estimates. Request immediate reinforcement." His transmission cut short as the bridge of his flagship disintegrated under concentrated fire from 3 Earth vessels. Within 2 hours, the entire Xaraxian fleet had been destroyed or disabled. Not a single human craft was lost. General Vasquez stood before the United Nations General Assembly, now revealed as just one layer of Earth's governance. "For 70 years, we maintained the illusion of a divided, technologically primitive planet. We intercepted their probes, fed them false data, and let them believe we were easy prey while we studied them and prepared." She gestured to a holographic display showing the debris of the Xaraxian fleet. "Today, we have demonstrated that humanity will not be conquered. But our response is not complete. The Galactic Council must learn that Earth is not to be trifled with. The gathered representatives, political faces for the Shadow Coalition, voted unanimously. Operation Thunderhead would proceed to Phase 2. Ruthless response. In the Galactic Council chamber, chaos reigned as reports filtered in from the edge of Taraxian space. The unthinkable had happened. The primitive humans had not only defeated the invasion fleet, but had somehow developed FTL technology and launched a counterattack. High Counselor Vexnar struggled to maintain order as representatives demanded explanations and information. The massive central display showed real-time footage of human warships emerging from hyperspace at key Xaraxian military outposts. "This is impossible," roared the Xaraxian ambassador. They were pre-FTL. Our intelligence confirmed it. Ambassador Lyra of the Alteran Collective stood calmly. "Intelligence can be manipulated, Ambassador. It appears the humans have been aware of the galactic community for some time and deliberately projected an image of technological inferiority while preparing for this moment." The council chamber fell silent as a communication request appeared on the main display. Vexnar hesitated, then accepted the transmission. A human woman in a military uniform appeared on screen. "I am General Elena Vasquez of Earth's Unified Defense Command. Your council sanctioned an unprovoked attack on our planet based on the false assumption that we were defenseless primitives. That mistake has cost the Xaraxian Empire dearly." Vasquez's cold smile sent shivers through many of the assembled representatives. "We have disabled the Xaraxian military capability and seized control of their primary shipyards. We are transmitting proof of Taraxian war crimes against 17 other species they classified as primitive over the past century." The data flooded into the council systems, showing horrific images of genocides and planetary strip mining operations conducted under the protection of Galactic Council protocols. "Earth demands the following," Vasquez continued. "First, immediate recognition of Earth and the Sol system as sovereign territory with full council membership. Second, reparations from all council members who voted to approve our annihilation. Third, a complete revision of contact protocols for pre-FTL species." Ambassador Kraz Tool lunged to his feet. "This is extortion. The council will never—" "You misunderstand, Ambassador," Vasquez interrupted. "These are not negotiation points. They are the terms of your surrender." As if on cue, the Council's security systems reported massive energy signatures appearing throughout the galactic hub. Human warships had somehow bypassed the hub's vaunted defenses and now surrounded the Council station itself. In Earth orbit, Admiral Chen directed the coordinated assault on Xaraxian military installations across 3 sectors of space. Earth's fleet moved with precision, born from decades of preparation, targeting command centers, shipyards, and weapon platforms with surgical strikes. "Sir," his communications officer reported, "we're intercepting transmissions from other subjugated worlds. They're rising up against Xaraxian occupation forces." Chen nodded. "As expected. Transmit the encryption codes for the Xaraxian defense systems to the resistance forces as planned. Let's give them the tools to free themselves." This had been part of Earth's strategy from the beginning, not just to defeat the Xaraxians, but to dismantle their empire by empowering those they had oppressed. Meanwhile, deep within Xaraxian imperial territory, a small stealth vessel approached the heavily guarded homeworld of Thorax Prime. Inside, Commander Shen Lai led an elite team of operatives trained specifically for this mission. "Quantum signature scramblers functioning perfectly," her technical officer reported. "Their sensors show only background radiation." Commander Lai nodded. "Proceed to the primary target. Deploy the device exactly as planned." The device, a marvel of human ingenuity combined with reverse-engineered alien technology, was not a weapon of mass destruction as the Xaraxians might have expected. Instead, it was something far more devastating to an empire built on technological superiority: an information bomb. When activated in the heart of the Hyraxian Central Data Hub, it would broadcast every state secret, every hidden atrocity, every corrupt deal with council members directly to the citizens of the Empire and to every world in council space. The Empire would collapse not from external attack, but from within, as its own people learned the truth. Back at the council chamber, Vexnar struggled to maintain control as representatives frantically contacted their homeworlds. The sudden appearance of advanced human warships throughout council space had triggered widespread panic. The council must vote, Vexnar announced, his voice trembling slightly. Do we accept the human terms, or do we resist? Ambassador Lyra spoke first. The Alteran collective votes to accept. The humans have shown remarkable restraint. They could have destroyed the Hyraxian homeworld, but chose targeted military strikes instead. They seek justice, not vengeance. One by one, representatives voted. The outcome was clear. Faced with humanity's unexpected power and the damning evidence of Hyraxian atrocities, the Council had no choice but to accept the terms. On Earth, celebrations erupted as news of the Council's surrender spread. Humanity had not only survived First Contact, but had emerged as a dominant power in galactic politics. In a secure conference room beneath the Pentagon, General Vasquez met with the Shadow Coalition. Phase 2 is complete. The Council has accepted our terms. The Hyraxian Empire is collapsing from within as their own citizens rebel. The Secretary General nodded with satisfaction. And what of Phase 3? Vasquez smiled. Already in motion. Our deep cover agents have been activated in 17 key worlds. Within one standard galactic year, we'll have a controlling influence in every major council decision, without a single additional shot being fired. And the Technology Sharing Initiative. Proceeding as planned. We're identifying trustworthy species for limited tech transfers. Those who supported the Hyraxians will find themselves at a significant disadvantage in the new galactic order. For centuries, humans had imagined first contact with alien civilizations, often portraying themselves as the underdogs facing technologically superior beings. The reality had proven dramatically different. Humanity's paranoia, creativity, and unique approach to warfare, honed by millennia of fighting among themselves, had prepared them not just to survive in the galactic community but to dominate it. In the reconstructed council chamber 6 months later, Earth's first official ambassador addressed the assembly. Humanity comes in peace, she began, but we have demonstrated what happens to those who mistake our desire for peace as weakness. Moving forward, Earth will lead a coalition of worlds dedicated to a new principle. The strong must protect the weak, not exploit them. As she spoke, reports arrived from across the galaxy of human ships responding to distress calls, providing aid to disaster-stricken worlds, and intervening to protect vulnerable species from exploitation. The galaxy was learning an important lesson. Humans could be the most dangerous predators in space or the most valuable allies. The choice belonged to those who encountered them. And in distant parts of the galaxy, other advanced empires received news of Earth's emergence with growing concern. The humans had accomplished in months what took other species centuries, establishing themselves as a major power to be respected and feared. They wondered, what would these humans do next? And more importantly, could anyone stop them if their intentions ever turned from justice to conquest? For now, at least, the galaxy watched and waited, coming to terms with a new reality. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage, and nothing would ever be the same again.